folks, welcome back to Calmsden, and we are up at the store to buy a new baler. So this is like the one that I tested. It's like the Class 1, but it's a John Deere one, which we've got a John Deere now, so we're going to get a John Deere branded baler. Only 12 grand, which is great. Means we can bale the straw as square bales this year, and we're going to keep them all because we are going to need more straw at some point. So, yep. Today's job is to get the straw baled and loaded up onto the trailer manually. You will notice that we are not time-lapsed here. This is partly an experiment and partly because I only have so much video footage left from my my good laptop, and I wanted to make 2 videos out of it. So this would have been the end of the previous video, but I figured actually I could make it into its own video. So let's get to work baling this straw. Yeah, so the laptop went today. It's Tuesday. It is now off in the hands of PC Specialist to lovingly restore and repair. No idea how long it'll be, but I think I can do stuff on the old laptop, so we'll see how we go. You will have probably watched a tutorial recorded on it yesterday, so yeah. We're going to see how we go. I can't run any of my existing saves on there. I did some tests, and I have too many mods on there and too much equipment, so probably going to be starting something fresh for a couple of weeks, unless I can come up with lots of tutorials to make, so yeah. Thinking maybe Maypole because it has the geo that I created for it in it, and I played a bit on Maypole. We did the multiplayer on there for a bit, and I've done some Maze Plus testing on there for a bit, but I've not really played it properly. So I'm thinking there, having a spot on the map where I'm thinking about building a little yard and just having a bit of fun for a few weeks. So, yep, that may start in the next day or so, I guess. And yeah, this will be the last of the Calmsden Greenlands. Furling, if you're on Patreon, can't really run that map either, I don't think. So, yeah. Everything that I was doing has been paused. And we're just going to do something different for a bit. It'll be good, hopefully. I may do them like this, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you prefer the slower gameplay footage, obviously with the game sound running as well. The commentary is being done afterwards because that's what suits how I do things, and you know, this was recorded nearly 2 weeks ago, just a good week and a half ago. But yeah, if it's much more popular, maybe I'll switch to doing it this way. I say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, including one new addition. Just waiting there, Rob. If you are on Discord, then drop me a message and I can get you added into the members channel on there. And I need to add you into the game as well. So yeah, if you're on Discord, drop me a message and I can sort that out. And thanks for joining, particularly during this period where content is not so good and not so regular. Or I don't think it's as good. Again, let me know what you think. You might have noticed that I'm doing a lot of polls on the channel at the moment. 2 reasons for that. 1, not posting as much, not posting as many videos, and B, 2, I watched a video by a really, quite a big YouTuber. He does a lot of tutorials on how to do well on YouTube, and one of the things he recommended was polls, because it drives up engagement, and typically the kind of ones that I'm doing where there's 2 answers, and it's trying to create engagement and maybe get people to post saying they don't like those options, or it's obviously this option or that option. It's just to help. Those sorts of things sometimes get shown to non-subscribers as well. So yeah, if you don't like them, ignore them. If you like them, engage with them. If you want to help me out, engage with them, comment on them, click one of the options, click the like button. Yeah, it all helps. But just speed things up a bit now, getting into the baling. So we've done the 2 headlands, and just to get through this job a little bit quicker, so this isn't a monstrously long video, we're just going to speed this bit up for a second. So I'm making 240 centimeter straw bales. I'll be using this round baler for the hay as well, I think, maybe even the silage. I do prefer square bales. Words. There are words in there somewhere. And we're actually going to manually load all of these because there aren't that many. It's not that big a field. Probably not when we go to field 9. No idea when that will be now. But my plan was to stack these in the corner of the cow field for now. We'll do an ollie blocks, and we'll get some hay caps on top of them to keep them clear of the weather until we've built the new yard. So the plan was to build the extended yard in this bit of field 6 that we're baling on at the moment, mostly in kind of the bottom corner. I think maybe a lot like VF has done. I've not watched his Calmsden series in a while. But I've got some buildings in mind that I'm going to use. I want to put a couple of sheds in. Yeah, basically a couple of sheds, and just give us a bit more space to store stuff. Although I'm now making better use of those long sheds, so maybe not so much of a problem. Lately I have not been doing this. I have not been manually stacking and loading my bales, but I really fancy doing it. So I'm not the best at this. I'm not as bad as I used to be. If you go back and watch some of my very early Sandy Bay videos, where I wasn't allowed to use auto load. I don't use auto load on here for bales. I'm going to use it for pallets once we get round to playing on here again. And I couldn't afford an auto stacker, and I was manually stacking a lot of bales, and I was awful at it. I think I've got better. And again, manually stacking them in sheds, I quite enjoy that, particularly in FS22, because the bale physics are so much better. It's much more enjoyable. I think I managed to do this whole trailer load without dropping any. So I'm planning to stack them 3 high, obviously, so making the stacks of 3 first, and then we'll load them on the trailer. Don't know whether I've been inspired by all of the real world YouTube videos with people baling and stacking. So you watch Joe Seals, this seems to be it. For the last month he seems to have been baling straw and stacking straw, and maybe that inspired me to try it myself. Not sure. Yeah, I just had the urge to do this. I think it was a Sunday afternoon maybe, and yeah, it seemed like fun, and it went surprisingly well. Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fade for a moment there. Yeah, so it's really weird seeing this again, because I know I'm not going to play on here for at least a couple of weeks. It could be longer. So yeah, we're going to be going to a smaller farm, maybe on Maypole, and I'm going to do it slightly differently. So what I'm thinking is that each video will be a month, and then at the moment maybe it's doing 1 day months, because quite often, a month on here will last 3 videos. So I'm thinking that I'll do a video per month. Bound to be a dairy farm. I've got a couple of animal pens that I really want to use that I haven't been using in videos. I've been using them in some of the stuff that I've been doing in the background, but not in videos, and I really want to use them. So yeah, might start recording that today. I don't know. It depends how my head feels later. If you're on Discord, you know I'm really struggling with headaches at the moment. I think that's the weather mostly. Some stress, mostly the weather. It's not as hot now in the UK, but it's not heat that causes my headaches. It's the kind of the change in atmospherics that come with the hot weather, and they seem to be hanging around. So yeah, hopefully it's going to get better in a week or so. It's unrelated to this kind of stuff. It's really screwing up my running. I just got back into a more regular routine with running, and that's just gone out the window. I woke up this morning, I should have gone out for a 6-mile run, and what I did is sat in a chair and held my head for a few hours. And once I finish work later today, I'll probably be doing the same thing. really frustrating. And I know it's having a knock-on effect on making me feel worse, because running helps me feel better, and not eating very well at the moment either, quite often. I'm having good days and then really bad days, and that doesn't help either. Although the doctors that I spoke to in the past said diet does not affect things like headaches, it definitely does for me. And my diet is not as clean as it normally is, and that is not helping. And yes, if you know me, the monsters that I drink probably don't help either, but well, sort of they do. Caffeine is really good at helping with the headaches that I get. I think it helps with changing, the blood flow around the body, and it really does help sometimes with alleviating the really intense pain. But I know Monster is not good for you. Caffeine's not great. It's not awful, but it's not great. And all the other stuff that's in things like Monster is not good for you. I know that. It's I don't drink, I don't smoke, it's my thing. And I'm very badly addicted to them and struggle to function without them. Anyway, we've got 4 stacks on the trailer already with no significant issues. We do need to tidy them up a bit. This trailer's really good. I can't remember who it's by, but it's really big. I almost wonder whether you could get 3 stacks on here if you pushed it. But certainly I've been getting three stacks across of pallets on there, no problem. And this is the trailer that I plan to add auto load to when I get around to doing the auto load tutorial. The problem I've got is that my old laptop doesn't run Giants Editor very well, and you do need Giants Editor. That was just loading a map. It might be okay with things like trailers. I haven't got around to testing it yet. I just haven't had the time or felt like it. So, because there's going to be a big tutorial. I know there are tutorials out there on Universal Auto Load, but I don't think they cover everything it can do, and I'm expecting this will be a bit of a beast, and it's going to take a while to put together. And I want to do it justice. It's a really good mod. It needs to have a really good tutorial, I think. And I know, for example, I don't think the sound is quite right at the moment with the setup that I have. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have no idea why. It's exactly the same microphone. I'm recording in OBS with exactly the same settings, but on a different computer. I then edit the sound in exactly the same way, and it sounds different. Totally confuses me. I have not even done a car tech, and I don't have the microphone the wrong way around. I have done that in the past, but not today. If you don't know, the microphones that we both use the same brand of microphone, and they are very, very directional, which is good because it cuts out a lot of background noise, but also means that if you don't talk at it properly, it doesn't sound right. It's doing well getting these bales loaded up. I'm not going to unload them today, which means we're not going to get them unloaded for a while. We have quite a lot to get done in July, and I suspect when we get around to harvesting the big field, we will be doing that with probably the Arcusian bale stacker. I want to build a big bale stack in the field just in front of us. Well, actually, I want to build a big bale stack in the new yard once we've built it, but it's going to be a while. Probably going to have to really beef up the loan to do that, because sheds aren't cheap. So we got off of this field 3, 6, 12, 18, 19 bales, which is not too bad. It's only half of the field as well. I think next year we'll go to farming this as what's left of it as one field. So we'll have this field, we'll have field 9 and field 10. So we'll have 3 fields we can farm. Plus we're farming one of the 3 fields that we got. So we'll have 4 fields, which should be enough. So we'll just grab this last bale and stick that on the back and call it a day. So, yeah. Let me know what you thought of this slightly different style video. I know the sound is not great. Yeah. Trying to work out why it's not, but I'm just not sure. I had to put it down to the fact that the Dell laptop does something funny when I plug the headphones in, and I thought it was the headphone sound. I need to check with the one that I've just done as to whether it sounds as different as I think it does. But yeah, do you like this less being done but slower pace? because I guess I could kind of try and do something like this for the other videos. Yeah, let me know. I'm going to say thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. Leave me a comment. If you're not, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to help me out, think about Patreon and YouTube channel membership. And I will catch you next time.